Hi everyone, here's a quick view of the latest MV Plus spools that have just come into stock for the Shimano range of reels. I'm just going to go through unboxing and also trying these spools out on the Shimano reels. I'm going to try one out on the Shimano Ultegra XTD 14,000 and also on a Shimano Aero Technium 14,000 XTC mag, the latest mags. So stay tuned and we'll see what they look like and how they function. First things first then, let's have a look at getting it out of the box. They come in these nice boxes here. This is the slightly deeper version that they do. I think it's type 5. And this spool is made out of Teflon, which is super lightweight, which is great. I'll just take it out and then we can have a look, move the box to the side. They come fitted with carbon washers, so we order them in with the carbon washers already fitted, and also with the line clip put on as well. These are kind of a spring-loaded line clip. There's a bracket, I'll just turn it upside down so you can see. There's a bracket here that just keeps it in place, and just with a bit of tension, that just pops out ever so slightly and goes back in place, which is brilliant when it comes to marking up, clipping up for your spot. It's very easy to get the line in underneath that lovely round kind of spring-loaded clip, I suppose. The first thing I notice is that it's really lightweight. The Teflon material is exceptionally lightweight, lovely and smooth, and I suppose what I also want to look at is the clicker, because this has been a bit of an issue on some of the new Shimano reels, and it looks very similar to the 12,000 XTB mag clicker, so the old style clicker that Shimano were using that's fitted, which is brilliant. So yeah, it looks nice. Another thing that I've noticed with these spools is that the front is slightly narrower to the base, and when you load line onto these spools, I think having a wider sort of rim at the bottom just helps to stop the line coming off the edge and going underneath the spool. So that's probably been done on purpose just to make sure that the line doesn't get tangled so easily. So which reel should we try it out on first? We've got the Shimano Ultegra or the mags. Let's go for the Ultegra and see what that's like. So the 14,000 black Shimano 14,000 XTD. So it's really just a case of taking the existing spool off, putting that to the side like you're putting on your spare spool, I suppose, and then this just goes in and just spin it round a little bit till it clicks in place, and then we can start to get that in, and then we'll start to get on the drag cap. So that just screws back in as it would normally. I'll just put that over to one side. Just screws in normally like that. And I suppose the million-dollar question is, what's the quick drag like? Obviously we know it's got the carbon washers. Let's see how quick the quick drag is. So if I just tighten that up to pretty much locked, it's pretty locked up there, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, okay, so pretty much locked up then to I suppose loose. It's about 3/4 of a turn, I suppose, on an XTD. So let's just go probably about 3/4, and then you're into nearly being locked up, which is good. I generally like about half a turn on quick drag reels. Some of the guys I've spoken to just like one click. I was speaking to one guy this morning on the phone, and he was saying that he'll have his set to just one click from loose to tight. But I think, yeah, and the good thing is as well, you can hear the clicker, so it's lovely and loud. I realise the blue's not everybody's cup of tea. I totally understand that. They do that in, they do them in red for those guys that don't like blue. If you don't like any of those colours, there are black as well, which look awesome. Okay, so about 3/4 of a turn then on the XTD. Let's try it on the mag, see what that looks like. Just, I suppose another thing to mention before I go on to the mag is that the line guard here matches up really nicely with the spool. So there's really not so much chance of the line going underneath with these spools, which is fantastic. Okay, let's try the mag now, the XTC mag. I'll just take that off and put this on here. I think one thing that you'll be less concerned about now is rotating that, because the clicker is so good on that, so nice and loud. Let's put that on. I wonder, it'd be interesting to see whether the quick drag is the same, sort of 3/4 of a turn on the mag. So that's all on. One thing I have noticed actually is that the bottom of the spool here doesn't quite marry up with the line guard. So fortunately, as I was saying, because it's a little bit deeper at the bottom, I think that will really help to prevent line, particularly when you're fishing fluorocarbon. I don't know about the rest of you, but whenever I have a go with fluorocarbon, that thing seems to have a mind of its own. It does get underneath the spool if you're not careful. So having that thicker lip at the bottom of the spool will probably help dramatically. So let's see what this is going to be. That's pretty much locked up. So what have we got? Half a turn from going from pretty much locked up, which is lovely. That works really well. The only thing I've just heard then, I don't know whether any of you heard it, there was just a slight bit of squeal. There we go. You do get that occasionally when you're fitting the carbon washers. The only way of getting around that, I would say, is just whilst the spools are new, whilst those washers are bedding in, you might get a little bit of squeal on them. The only thing you can do is just take off this metal bracket here, take off that first carbon washer, and then on the underside, just put a bit of ceramic grease, and then put that washer back on, and then also put the clip in place. And then what that will help to do is just alleviate some of that friction that causes that slight squeal. You know, just that noise, that would make a big difference. Now, big thing about these, as I've said before, is how light they are. How light are they? Well, let's have a look at a spool that's got the line on. Here's one. They hold 250 up to 250 meters of 0.35, which is about 15-pound line. This has got 12-pound line on it at the moment, so this is the red version. And if I get the scales, let's have a look to see what these weigh, because they feel exceptionally light. They transform the reel when they go on. That's about 3 ounce, okay, so about 3 ounce. And then the Shimano mag spool, the 14,000 XTC mag spool, you're looking at, if I can put that on carefully, that's about sort of 5.5 ounces. I'm sure people will correct me if I've got it wrong. About 5.5 ounce. So what's that? 2.5 ounce less. These spools are, so they're a lot lighter. Let's have a look at the XTD spool. These are really heavy. Yeah, that's pretty much 7 ounces. So you're saving a massive amount just by going over to the MV Plus Teflon spools. They're a lot lighter, and just particularly like on the XTD here, when you put this on the reel does feel a lot different, just because you're saving yourself so much weight on that reel. It does transform it. And the beauty is with the Shimano mag, they're fantastic reels already. All of the top end Shimanos are brilliant reels, but just by putting on these Teflon spools, you end up with such a light feel to that reel. You've shaved off ounces off the reel weight already, which just makes it feel lovely. I don't know about the red. Some of you will absolutely love it. Personally, I prefer the black. The black stealth in these spools looks awesome. If you've got any further questions about the MvSpools, kind of, you know, any more details that you'd like, please do feel free to get in contact. Send a message via Facebook and I'll get back to you straight away. Or if you'd like a set, why not order a set? Give them a go. Give us your feedback, see how you get on with them. We'd love to know how they're performing in the field. But first impressions are they're looking really nice, really happy with them. And we'd love to get some of your feedback, so please do send a message through if you're interested, and yeah, let us know. Hopefully speak to you again soon. Take care.